we're supposed to be adorning ourselves. When it talks about the parable of the virgins, the 10 virgins, 5 that were wise and 5 that were foolish. The wise virgins, they actually trimmed their lamps. And when you look up that word trim, it means to adorn. What are we adorning with? With this wisdom, this word, all right. And this is the ointment here. The knowledge is the ointment. That's the oil, and the oil is what keeps the lamps on fire. It keeps it burning. So the Lord want to see that fire burning when He comes back. Okay.
And that goes into that.
Because we're the bride of the bridegroom.
Yeah.
What does it mean to adorn? It means to deck yourself. It means to set yourself in order. Like when a woman, when she tries to set herself in order before her husband comes home, what does she do? She decks herself. She shower up.
Makeup,
she
whatever,
put cosmetics.
Put a nice
Matter of fact, that word adorn, it actually is from the Greek word cosmeo.
Cosmetics.
Going back to cosmetics. So we're preparing ourselves, man, but we're not outwardly doing it.
Inwardly,
Inwardly, we're preparing ourselves, man, to be joined unto our bridegroom.
And I was going to bring up Ephesians 6 with the full armor. That's what we're really supposed to be adorning ourselves with, that full armor.
Yeah.
You know, and if you look at what it was saying, the different things of that armor, it was spiritual things. Symbolically placed upon your body, but more so upon your mind, your spirit.
See, it's gonna be like, right now your wife, she might be, she might have blemishes. Her clothes ain't all up to par. She don't have a royal clothes. She got regular clothes. She don't look all that appealing. She just average. Most people be like, nah, she ain't hitting like that. But then that upgrade happens.
Yeah.
And she been working on herself the whole time, getting herself to that point. And then next thing you know, a freaking makeover happened.
Yeah. Hey, what Jake said, the glow up.
That glow up, man. She gonna turn from, we always talk about that Fiona on Shrek. You go from the ogre to straight up the princess, man. But that's how we're gonna transform, man. We went from being, niggas and spits in the world to princes of the power, kings and priests. Let's talk about that upgrade, man. The Lord's gonna beautify us. So right now we'll be the bum camp, or whatever you want to say. All right, but the Lord's getting ready to beautify us, man. He's getting ready to prepare. He's preparing us for that wedding feast, man. It's not gonna matter if you don't have the wedding garment. Okay, not some uniform. All right, that wedding garment, man. Go ahead.
1 Corinthians chapter 1 and verse 28, NLT. Since the Most High chose things despised by the world, things counted as nothing at all, and used them to bring to nothing what the world considers important.
There it is, man. Yeah.
So even I want to touch on that second verse as well. Because it says, while they behold your chaste conversation coupled with fear. When you go into that word conversation, it goes into the word anastrophe, which means manner of life, the conduct, behavior, or deportment. Hey, because even within our camp, how everyone else looks at us, hey, they understand though that we're the most serious, man. We're the most solemn when it comes to these scriptures. Our manner and conduct, hey, is completely spiritual, man.
So it's all about our outward garments, but our mind towards these is not, we ain't no game plan.
And it said coupled with fear.
Austere.
It says, whose adorning, let it not be that outward adorning of plaiting the hair and of wearing gold or of putting on of apparel.
And that's a cut to the IUIC doing that whole fashion show Passover.
Yeah.
That whole fashion show shit, man. You modeling all this royal looking clothing, but you don't even know what's in her mind, man. You don't know if she dipping off. You don't know if she's, you know, watching other camps, or you don't know if she's ready to go back to Christianity. You don't know if she's gonna go and be the next one on vocab's platform talking about I used to be a Hebrew Israelite. You don't even know, man. All you see is just that royal garment and the shea butter skin. You think she just, oh, that sister's gorgeous. That sister, that's Judith.
That's Sarah.
Yeah.
That's Sarah. You know, fuck out of here.
And they be giving them names too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about her character? What about her qualities, man? Right? You got sisters. You got sisters that do good work, and they don't need all that attention. They in the background. You don't see their face ever. You know, they playing their position. They're getting it way more closer than you women that's trying to be all at the forefront with your big head wraps and shit, man.
I remember on the comic board one day, I forgot which comic board, LDS woman was like, man, some of these women wearing jeans is beating you sisters with the shea butter, the head wraps, and the long dresses, man.
For real.
The sandals and all that.
Yeah.
For real. And I was gonna say, the way you know somebody is when their character and the type of character they have is when they do the right thing, even when it's not convenient.
Yeah.
That's a good sign to tell if even things aren't going well, if your woman's still doing the right thing. And it goes back to us, if we're still doing the right thing when no one's watching, when the camera's not on, we still have the right mentality. We're not just out here teaching it, but then we go do some other shit.
Yeah, hey, like, and this is a challenge, by the way, for you women. You call yourself sisters, believers, because women always they always doing them little challenges they put on TikTok. It's always women doing this shit, right? Well, why don't you take on the Proverbs 31 virtuous woman challenge? How about that challenge? Try to model yourself the best way possible according to that chapter. Do your best to try to imitate that woman, the qualities of that woman right there. That's a challenge right there. Because us, we challenge ourselves. Every day we try to examine ourselves to be better. A better servant for Yahweh Shem Shai, man. Because that's who we serve. We give this diligence to serve him. You know? No matter how we feel about it or what the endeavors that we want to do, we put all that shit to the back burner and put him first. We serving him. So that's how a woman, her mindset is supposed to be towards her husband.
You know the coldest part about that challenge? We'll never see you women that's doing it right.
Okay.
We'll never know if you took the, but that's what the point is. We shouldn't be hearing from y'all. Y'all shouldn't be out in the forefront. Y'all should really be at home, and we should see the blessings in that chapter. Talk about it. The blessings of that man coming forth.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Because his mind is at ease.
It's going to show
be able
forth.
to push the truth.
It's going to show forth
That's
through your
where
head.
it's going to show. Exactly.
And that woman, she wasn't idle. It was her works that glorified her. It wasn't her outward appearance. Right? It tells you that also in Proverbs that favor is deceitful and beauty is vain. She that fear the Lord shall have praise. All right. All right. And another one, Proverbs. Was it 30? Was it where it says it talks about a woman, a fair woman. I think it's Proverbs 12. I forget it, but basically it compares a fair-looking woman that's without discretion to a swine's snout.
I got it.
Yep.
This is Proverbs 11 and 20 and 22.
Yep.
It says, as a jewel of gold in a swan's snout, so is a fair woman which is without discretion.
There it is. Meaning this woman, you know, she doesn't have her head straight. She just out there wild, shameless.
Yep. She don't know.
No self-control.
She don't know how to set her mouth.
She don't know how to keep quiet.
Yep.
She's the type that would get her husband stumped out in a restaurant, trying to do too much, trying to be the center of attention.
Yep.
no discretion. A lot of these women are out of order, man. And that's why scriptures say beauty is vain. It don't. So what? She look good or she got a frame on.
Like the same situation that Abraham and Sarah went through. He was scared what was going to happen because of how beautiful she was. Well, how many of you Jakes that went somewhere, out to a club, to a bar, or somewhere out in public with your woman, she just all good, looking good, and got so much attention that niggas began to disrespect you.
Yeah.
That's your woman. Not just murmuring, but like you can't run to the bathroom and they trying to slide over and pass numbers and so on and so forth. Well, if she was doing the right thing and she was covered up the right way, you wouldn't run into those issues.
Yep.
And proof of that, you don't see Jake hollering at no Middle Eastern women, man, when they got on their hijab. You don't see that. Done. So, hey, for all you women making excuses for it, man, it's lies, man.
And that eye contact, the
Kind.
one-time eyes,
Kind. They not doing that either.
right.
The singer Summer Walker, she recently, like they said a month or two ago, posted a picture with some modest apparel on. The internet was hitting on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it was a problem, right?
Yeah. Talking about shit like,
A Puritan. You can hold that one in.
He was having a good time inside his head.
Yeah, a lot of these women, yeah, they might look good, but they have no good judgment.
Yeah, on the inside,
They make bad decisions. So what use is her just because she's beautiful?
right.
It even tells you to not give yourself over to a light woman.
It also say desire her not for beauty.
Yeah, marvel not the
Desire not for pleasure.
No, bro, it's like
Yeah, stumble not at the beauty of a woman. Stumble and desire her not for pleasure. Hey, same thing with you know, the nation.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
The
hey, we're
Most
hard
High-
over here, but hey, at Great Millstone, I say it this way, I'm bold to say it, but hey, it's true. Hey, yeah, we may be rough around the edges, you know, how we bring it out and so on and so forth, but you know that we did the research, man. And if you go do the research, you're going to come to the similar conclusions.
Yeah.
You know, so you know that you got somebody that's serious about this situation, care about salvation. All right. Versus, you know, you come over to certain ones and you're not even studying much. They ain't even pushing you to study because y'all got to make a hip hop video next week. We gonna need that verse. We need that 16 out you, man. You know,
Niggas,
gonna
man.
represent for Judah or whatever. You know.
Yeah.
Our focus, our eye is over here is single, like a woman should be.
All the gimmicks, all that shit is just filler.
Yeah.
That's all
To
filler.
hide the fact you don't have what it really takes. It's a spirit.
That's I liken all those gimmicks unto them internet filters that women use to enhance their beauty. That's how I look at it. You need all the filters, you need all the enhancers, all the changing of the colors, you need all that. You're not comfortable being your regular self, authentic self, you know? You need all that extra to cover up with, right? See, the Lord is looking through all that. He's looking past the makeup. He's looking at you.
Yeah.
I'm looking at your ass. I ain't looking at all. I don't give a fuck about all that.
Is it the real you?
I'm looking at the real you. You can hide behind all the gimmicks and the, you know, all that other shit. You know, like a lot of these women, they base their life off of social media. So that's why on social media they live in a whole nother life. You know, they're not the real person in real life. They're a whole nother person on social media.
Hey, the one of the exposed ones will be the funniest ones, bro.
Huh?
With the enchantment ones that we like and shit, that show the woman all dolled up, you be like, dang, she got it, but then they show her without all of that.
Without all that
and the men
shit.
going in and exposing them and shit in their regular daily life.
Oh, yeah.
You be like,
It'd be like, I'm gonna get you.
Bro, yeah,
I'm gonna get you sucker. Yeah.
Yeah. Be all terrible, man. Like, yeah, her face is all smooth and
Bro,
makeup, lips all a certain way. Add 6 seconds of that, you know, on Instagram. But then you show a real image of her when she ain't dolled up. It's like, dang, where'd she get that from?
They had a meme that there was like an image. They said would Amber Rose look like Mark Wahlberg without all the makeup?